Why did you decide to use a voice and speech coach, considering what your area of expertise is?
Yeah, well, it wasn't really a decision to use any old voice and speech coach, Fiona. It was a decision to use you because, as you remember, the circumstances were that I had won the Thames Valley Regional Heat of the PSA's Speaker Factor, and I wanted to up my game in order to approach the national championship with my best. And I'd heard that you'd coached Hilary Briggs to victory the year before.
Yeah.
And of course, I knew you there anyway. And so you seemed like the natural choice.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what was it in particular that, having worked with me, made you feel that it was a good decision and you were glad you made that investment in your time and funds?
I think what I came away with was a feeling that you'd helped me in a much more rounded way than I'd anticipated. I'd come to you because I felt I needed to improve my vocal delivery and maybe a little bit of stagecraft. But actually, you gave me something much more comprehensive. And going through your bespoken framework, helped enumerate other parts of the uh, delivery that I might not have thought about.
Thank you. I think that's really important to me, actually, because it is an investment. And I honestly believe I'm not just going to help people for now, because your voice is something you're using, your communication skills are something you're using every day in every way in every sector of your life. So, in terms of value, why not do something that's going to make a difference long term? I want something that's sustainable. It's actually one of my values. So, in terms of you having spent that time doing it, what was the outcome? What was the result?
Well, I'm very pleased to say the outcome was that I won the national championship. And I was so excited because I'd actually been speaking for a while in very, very geeky settings, technical conferences in different parts of the world. And so I knew I could hold my own there, but I'd never really been involved in any kind of contest, especially a contest against normal people, if you see what I mean. And so I was really keen to have a go at that. And the results said it all. We celebrated together, didn't we?
We did. It was fabulous. I still remember your exquisite waistcoat that you wore that had some gold threads in it. It was just amazing. You looked the part. But I think something you bring to what you do, David, is that you're such a genuinely good and nice person, that you don't just have the technical knowledge, you don't just have the ability to speak, but you're a warm human being, and that comes across in terms of how you show up. So
Oh, well,
it was an absolute pleasure and an honor to work with you.
yeah, it's very kind of you to say so, Fiona. I mean, like you, I'm in the business of helping people and particularly helping geeks. And I sometimes think that technical people get overlooked or underestimated because they're not communicating at their best. Never mind speaking in public, which of course is one of the main things I do, but just interacting in general in the
Yes.
workplace with their colleagues. Maybe they're more gregarious colleagues like the
Yeah.
salespeople, then I believe that they need help, and so that's what I'm here to do.
That's amazing. And I know that you do it really well. I talk about closing the gap between competence and confidence. So I work with people in STEM. So people are competent. The reason they get promoted to leadership and end up running meetings and being asked to present is because they're really good at what they do. But when they're elevated to a position where they have to communicate, that gap between their competence at the technical piece and their competence in communicating it is a gap. And my hope and what I do is close that gap. And I think that's transformational in terms of what you do and what I do.
Yeah, well, very often technical people find that actually that confidence and competence is what keeps them from getting to those senior positions in the first place. Many a technical person has had the feedback after an interview, like you're really great at what you do, but we need somebody with, a bit more gravitas or a bit more punch or the ability to stand up in front of people. And so, yeah, we're both aiming to help these people, Fiona.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you all the very best in your mission to let the geek speak.
Thanks very much, and all the best to you in your mission too, Fiona.